It's the start of another week here on Joy News Multi TV. This is the most interactive session on live TV and we call it Joy News Interactive. My name is Mapito Sibidi and I'm ready to mirror your comments to the rest of the world. So settle down, let's get the show started. We're live from digital address GA0992539 here in Kokomemle, Accra. We're also on DSTV channel 421 and gov't channel 144. You can also join the interactive train on Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. Now, for starters, the governing party says it's one of the solutions to graduate unemployment in the country. The opposition party says it's fluke and cannot solve the problem. I'm talking about the nation's builder corps. We're being told that about 40,000 people have applied to be part of the first batch. For example, the Member of Parliament for Tamale North, Al-Hassan Tuini, who was on the AM show earlier today, said, and I quote, "In the lead up to the 2016 elections, this government promised jobs, not internship programs. The NPP government has deceived their youth big time." End of quote. Now, let's read your reactions to that on Facebook. So this was the post on Facebook. And so Rosemond Diamond Appear says, those who think the policy is not good enough should let their family members stay at home and pay them 1.5 Ghana cedis from their salaries every month. Those talking blah, blah, blah have not tasted unemployment before. So Rosemond Diamond Appear's comment had 2 replies, and Papa Bright says, which they can't. Half a loaf is better than none. And Dominic says, my brother, talk sense, give him. And let's go to Idrisu, who says, why didn't your government create the permanent jobs for the teeming unemployed youth and university graduates? Be reminded that not all Ghanaians have low IQs to be deceived by your propaganda. Steve Kobe Aka says, never mind him. The government couldn't even create the nation builders, so he has supplies for this administration, has bring up this good policy. That's why he's crying. Skin pains will suffer. So Gideon comes to say that Heal Ghana module of NAPCO is dead on arrival. All right, and Papa Bright says, if you can't create, don't speak against it. What did your government do to the unemployed graduates? You're disappointing people who love your personality big time. Feel the pain of the unemployed and stop this politics. And if we go to William, who says, the solution for permanent employment is simple. State farming is the solution. Plant trees, cocoa, plum trees, and employ all Ghanaian youth, but politicians are failing us. We should build the country for next generation and stop destroying the country. Baba A. Adam says, this guy is not serious. I hope he knows what entails in the IMF policy and ban. Since the NDC are those who started the program, he must know better. Mohammed Nasiruddin says, they, referring to the NPP, deceived is better than taking double salary. I know 40 of your constituency youth NDC which has applied. You better try a NAPCOB appointment. Okay. So those are your comments. And Mohammed Nuruddin Blessing says, the thing is not by force. If you don't want to be part of it, you can stay at home and wait your job. If the NDC people or any other person is encouraging you not to apply, ask that person to employ you. At least if you couldn't do something for the unemployed youth during your time, don't deceive them not to apply, because half a loaf is better than nothing. Now, many Ghanaians are also not happy about the fact that it's being politicized. Let's read your comments on Facebook. Let's see if we can find those comments on Facebook about the NAPCOB being politicized. So go to Facebook and Twitter. And Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. Let me see if I can find those comments on Facebook. And okay, so what do you make of this? Mark says, protect the health of Ghanaians who cannot travel to London for health care. Say no to NAPCO. Samuel says, is this what Nana Addo promised the unemployed graduates? Is this the 1D, 1F, 1 District, 1 Factory? Kwame says, the program is not just the 700 Ghana cedis been paid beyond the money, but being paid, it can give you high knowledge of something you don't know. Valanya Akatia says, Mapito, government is not begging any unemployment graduates to apply for a job under NAPCO. If they think staying at home will make them well off, then they can stay. And even James cousins and nephews are applying for NAPCO online. Don says, my dear graduates, for those of you that don't know, many employers are looking for employees with not less than 2 years experience. NAPCO can help you build some experience in your field of study and work. Forget about the politicians and grab this opportunity to better yourself. Why? And Kweku says, finding difficulties registering online, too many documents they are demanding. And John says, it's a result of desperation for political power to both parties. Now, those are your comments on Facebook and Twitter. Join the conversation. We are Joy News on TV. Now, let's move on and talk about former President John Mahama. He says that he'll make known his intentions for his political future very soon. According to him, he has had the opportunity to listen to the various stakeholders and will take a decision that will be the best interest of the opposition party. Let's see your reactions on Facebook of what you thought. So this is the post on Facebook. Joy News on TV. Valanya Akatia says, former president should not dare to contest. Let's see if I can get that comment. To contest any Ghana election, not even at the district level. If he tries, he will dismantled mercilessly. Okay, and then Enoch says, the wise, tolerant and respectful gentleman has spoken. By now they have started sweating, praying and fasting to hear no. He will dry there because he's coming. And Samuel says, I know his intentions already, so he should stop this thing. And Bliss Kwame says, you had your chance, you collapsed out, business goodbye forever. And let's go to Abraham Smith, who says, we are aware of your decision you have in mind to contest. And Sadiq says, Vim, John Mahama all the way for 2020. And Benjamin says, you want to bring back Dumso? Now, at a time when the world was talking about press freedom and how to ensure that it reigns, the unthinkable happened. A supporter of the governing New Patriotic Party assaulted a journalist with Adom FM, a member of the multimedia group. Ohima Sakia was slapped on the mouth by Haji Afati, a known sympathizer of the NPP. Now, following this, some people think media houses should boycott organizations that attack journalists. I want to know, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think we should boycott organizations that attack journalists? And let's go to Valanya Katia, who says, honestly, your work as a media personnel is tedious and risky venture. Looking at the harm you're often exposed to. May the Almighty protect you always as you strive to inform, educate and entertain us. Very shameful to hear this under NPP regime. Good morning to Chairman Freddie Blaine. And Raphael says, journalists and the media are the ones that have failed us as a people for knowing the truth from them. Okay, stop reporting lies and focus on reporting real challenges in our societies. Okay, and Ray Masterflag says, stop attacks on journalists no matter what, and then journalists must act as professionals. And Bismarck says, okay. Charles says, are we angry enough? So those are your comments. If you think we should boycott organizations that attack journalists. We're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, there'll be more. Welcome back from the break. Now, talk about giving back to society, and one artist is on the right path. Musician Wanlov has started a campaign to push government to ban the use of plastics. So what are your thoughts? Reuse, reduce, recycle. And let's go to Twitter. Abraham Smith says it is a good move, but if government starts to ban plastic, it will rather become political and economic issues. And government won't get it easy at all. It is not one-day task. If the government wants to achieve this, the already imported plastic should be sold entirely so that this can be achieved. Okay, let's go to Dominic Dedon, who says, recycle paper, reduce plastic and reuse everything. Glass, paper, plastic, high tax on plastic will help people not to use it much. Okay, so let's go to Kay, who says, Kay Borasaki says, I support him 100%. It is destroying our environment, and it is also draining much of our scarce resources in terms of finance, since we can't use it. Ray Master Flex says, nice move, but I second Abraham Smith's ideas. Let's see if we can find Abraham Smith's ideas. Okay, so he's not there. Okay, and then Valanya Katia says, more grease to his elbow. Kweku says, I support him. Salisu says, it's a great move. Adesu Matilda says, it's a good move. So it's reuse, reduce, recycle. Those are your comments on Facebook. Do keep them coming through. Let's see an interview with him with Roland on the AM show.
We've been going to the beach.
Did I even make sense?
It's full of plastic. And the fishermen are going out there, spending hours and days sifting through plastic, catch more plastic than fish now. And we all know, like, the plastic parts cause for the floods that happen in the rains, more mosquitoes, cholera and stuff. So there's right now several countries in Africa, Rwanda leading, Kenya, and the rest. To check on Google, we see a list of countries that have banned plastic. And so we are hoping, full suit, because since Rwanda banned it, it's like one of the 5 cleanest cities. Kigali, capital of Rwanda, one of the cleanest cities in the world. So I feel we can start there, and we can send students, young children, on trips to Rwanda to go and see how they perform and how it's working for them. Or even send journalists a story on Rwanda, interview on how the process went, how they're surviving now, what they're using instead of plastic. Because they are still alive. And we feel like without plastic, we die. But because in the morning, you can buy food, and you have like 4 plastic bags, one for the food, one for the pussy.
So that's Wanlov's interview with Roland on the AM show. So his hashtag is #refuse, reuse, and recycle. But let's do some sports as we head to Twitter, where Arsene Wenger is trending. He gave his farewell speech on Sunday. Now let's watch it.
Thank you all very well for having me for such a long time. I know that's not easy. But above all, I'm an Arsenal fan. It's a way of life. It is caring about the beautiful game, about the values that we cherish, and as well that something that goes for all our body. We are desperate, but when you come here in of dreams, we realize and I would like as well to thank everybody at the club who makes this club so special. And I would invite you and really push to support these players. The staff will remain behind me. For me, has a special quality, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch. And please I follow this team and support them really next season because they deserve it.
Now, let's see what you have been saying about the Frenchman on Twitter. So this one is from @DanielStory85, who says, it should hardly be controversial to consider that I think Arsene Wenger should be leaving, and I think Arsene Wenger's past achievements merits the warmest possible send-off, are two opinions that can coexist perfectly. And if we go to Mr. DTAFC, who says, Wenger said he would be happy to sit in the North Bank and watch the matches. I can't wait for the match day vlog with Arsene and him screaming at the new manager to make a substitution after 70 minutes. So that tweet got 179 retweets. John Crossminer, who says, Arsenal are famed for doing things with a touch of class. The send-off for Arsene Wenger, a legend of the game, lived up to the very best tradition. The club organized a terrific day. The fans gave him a great reception, and Wenger was clearly moved. It was wonderful. So those are your tweets you can get at Arsenal FC, a send-off to remember, match of the day at BBC, at Team FA, Sky Sports News. Some interesting tweets that we have here. Let's see if we can go to Ian Wright, who says, my timeline is interesting reading, yet I watched the Emirates Stadium today full and Arsenal fans singing one Arsene Wenger, but okay. And this one, Natiology, says, they should have a book of all Arsene Wenger's quotes ever. That would be a very interesting book to read. And Patrick Timmons says, I might be on my own here, but I thought it was quite disrespectful of Terry Henry to turn up to Pep's title presentation rather than Wenger's final home game. I get that he's under contract, but surely he could have asked for one day off. After all, Arsene did it for him. Okay, so those are your tweets. Very interesting. You can also tweet us on Joy News on TV, and we're also on Facebook as Joy News on TV. Interesting tweets there. You can go to Twitter, check them out, and add some of your own. It has been a wonderful Monday edition of Joy News Interactive with me, Mapita CBD. Remember, Interactive Train on Facebook and Twitter is Joy News on TV. So keep your messages coming. We really appreciate it. From me, thank you for watching.